What's good, YouTube? This your boy Money Mitch TV coming to you straight off the hip. Man, I was just reading some news today about the NBA, and I was reading something that was very interesting. Just to give you some background information, I'm originally from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I am a Milwaukee Bucks fan besides a LA Laker fan, but I always show support to the hometown team. And what I saw from different articles that Derrick Rose is interested in signing with the Bucks this summer when he becomes a free agent. And this ain't the first time he has subliminally mentioned this before. He mentioned this before when he was talking about, when he commented on Milwaukee, and he pretty much said Milwaukee's like home because it's close to Chicago. And also there was other reports back then, like in the beginning of the season, where he thought about re-signing with a team that is close to his family. He was either thinking about going back to Chicago or signing with Milwaukee or Minnesota to be back with Tom Thibodeau. But at the same time, those three teams are in that area of the Midwest. I don't see Derrick Rose going to another team out east or a team out west. I see Derrick Rose staying in that Midwest area. So, and I was reading today that Derrick Rose was, thinking about signing with the Bucks. I was going on the Milwaukee Bucks Nation page on Facebook, and a lot of people from the Bucks, they're kind of skeptical on that signing. And to me, I feel like this: if the Bucks can find the right price for Derrick Rose, which is a decent price where it's not going to kill our salary cap, it can work out. I think it will be a good transaction for Derrick Rose to sign with the Bucks. Number one, he'll be 90 miles from Chicago. Number two, he'll go into a system where he has a chance to revive his career. Now, if you imagine this, you put Derrick Rose at the 1, Chris Middleton at the 2, Giannis Antetokounmpo at the 3, Thon Maker at the 4, and whoever is playing the 5. A lot of times the Bucks change their 5 position, like draws. So is whoever's playing the 5. But that's... Oh, yeah, Jabari playing the 4. I'm sorry. Jabari playing the 4, Thon Maker playing the 5. I had to correct myself. Excuse me about that. But anyway, it will look good. Derrick Rose is still young. He's still in his prime years, age-wise, but not, basketball ability-wise. So Derrick Rose is 27 years old, and, he has declined due to injuries. But overall, if he does sign with the Bucks, that will fulfill the need that the Bucks been looking for, is a actual starting point guard. Now, Derrick Rose is not the MVP caliber player he was a few years ago, but he is good enough to be an NBA starter on at least 50% of the teams in the NBA. So, if you put Derrick Rose with Giannis, it will create more shots for him because Giannis know how to pass the ball. Derrick Rose is not good at distributing ball, but it will give Derrick Rose more open looks to hit open jumpers and also to create more, where Giannis can just drive and kick out to D Rose. D Rose can knock down a mid-range jumper or a spot up 3. And also, Derrick Rose, this will be good. But here's the thing that Milwaukee Bucks fans are scared of. They're scared that if this happened, the Bucks might overpay Derrick Rose. I won't be surprised if the Bucks pay Derrick Rose about $60 to maybe $70 million just to get him, which that's the scary part about Milwaukee. They will overpay somebody that is not worth the money. Prime example, before we traded Miles Plumlee, John Hammonds gave Miles Plumlee $50 million. And the Milwaukee fan base was very disappointed off that. But the good thing, John Hammond's kind of redeemed himself by trading Miles Plumlee to Charlotte, which they kind of redeemed itself. But if the Bucks do overpay Derrick Rose, yes, it's going to be kind of a disappointment, but at the same time, we have fulfilled the need for a point guard. If you have noticed this, we've been struggling because we don't have an actual point guard. Yes, Matthew Dellavedova is good. He plays good defense. He's a good spot-up three-point shooter, but we need an actual point guard that knows how to create shots. And I feel like Derrick Rose will be a good fit for the Milwaukee Bucks, where he can create shots off the dribble. He can drive to the lane. He can, hit that mid-range jumper or that mid-range floater he always hit. And, it will open things up for the Bucks. Plus, that extra scoring punch that the Bucks need at that point guard position will elevate them to a playoff team. Look at this. The last time the Milwaukee Bucks went to the playoffs is when they had Brandon Knight. But here was the funny part about it. Brandon Knight was the leading scorer of that team. The Bucks traded him at the trade deadline to Phoenix. And what was so funny, we got back Michael Carter-Williams. And Michael Carter-Williams did not do nothing. The Bucks still made the playoffs. And the reason why they made the playoffs because that mid-season push that the Bucks made when they had Brandon Knight before the trade deadline. And also, when the Bucks played the Bulls, they got exposed. Derrick Rose was exposing Michael Carter-Williams. Jimmy Butler was exposing Michael Carter-Williams. So it showed that trade wasn't that good. But now, fast forward to this year, thinking about this Derrick Rose situation, it's not a bad idea. But if the Bucks sign him for the right price, let's just say give him a 3-year, $30 million deal. That means $10 million for the next 3 years. That's a good deal. Or give him something like a 3-year, $45 million deal. That's something good around Derrick Rose's talent. That's actually very feasible and very fair for him. But yeah, but I won't be surprised if Milwaukee does get him and they overpay him. Just like how Atlanta overpaid Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard is not worth $72 million. I think Dwight Howard would have been better off just getting $50 million. But the saying that, Jalen Rose, ESPN analysts will always say is, it's not how much you're worth, it's how much you can negotiate. And so that will come into play this summer. Yeah. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think about Derrick Rose thinking about signing with the Milwaukee Bucks this summer, Bucks Nation. This your boy Money Mitch TV, and I'm out.